Hello, everyone. This is your video, which is going to talk about two different nitpicky fraction situations. So the first nitpicky fraction situation that I want to talk about is combining in any way, shape, or form a fraction with a whole number. And let me show you what I mean. So let's say that we have this problem. 5 times 2 ninths, right? That is our problem. 5 times 2 ninths. Sometimes students, they are like, wait, what do I do? Here's what you do. You turn this whole number into a fraction. And then it should be easy to figure out what to do because now you just have a fraction times a fraction. So 5 times 2 is 10 and 1 times 9 is 9. So you get 10 ninths as your answer. You can do this also if you are adding fractions together. So if you were doing 3 plus 1/3, right? If you wanted to, you could turn that into a 3 over 1. Now, I would not recommend doing that in this problem because 3 plus 1/3 I know is just 3 and a third, right? But if we wanted to, we could turn this into a fraction. I guess the place that you would be more likely to do this is if we had this kind of thing. 5 plus 1/5 plus 12 17ths, something like this. Then you might be like, oh, what do I do? Let's just turn everything into a fraction. So you can do that whenever you want. Whenever you come across a whole number, if you would rather it be in fractional form, just turn it in fractional form by putting it over a 1. Okay, the second thing that I want to talk about that sometimes trips students up if they're not aware is that you can move negative signs around in fractions. So for instance, if we have this problem, negative 3/5 times uh, um, 2 over negative 7, right? If that's our problem. We don't have to leave it like this. First of all, we have to ask ourselves, well, where is this negative sign? Is that with the 3 or is that just in front? Yeah, let's just move it up here in front of the 3 so that it's clear. So now we would get negative 6 over negative 35. A negative divided by a negative is going to become a positive. So 6/35 is our answer here. If I had a problem like this, where I had 3 over negative 5 times negative 2 over positive 7, I might not want to have a negative in the numerator and a negative in the denominator like this. So I can just move it. Yeah, I'm just going to move this to the top. So I can put my negative sign in the top, I could put it in the bottom, or I could put it out here in front. All of those mean the same thing, and you wind up getting the same answer. Negative 3 times negative 2 gives us positive 6, and 5 times 7 gives us 35. You'll notice that you get the same thing, even though the negative signs were in different spots. That's because it does not matter where those negative signs go. So I will tell you this. So I am going to tell you one more thing. Usually, negative signs go in the numerator or in front of the fraction. So we could write negative 3/5, or we could write negative 3/5, but we probably would not write this. You can do this as part of like calculation and you'll still get the right answer, but this is kind of in bad form. This is like if you were to write your name and you would not capitalize the first letter. Is it wrong? Kind of. I mean, you got all the letters right, but it's not quite right. There you go. So that's what you need to know. Feel free to move those negative signs around. Don't leave them in the denominator at the end of the problem. And if you only have a whole number and you wish you had a fraction, which is kind of surprising that you would ever be in that situation, but if you were, you can always just stick it over the number 1. All right, I hope you found this helpful.